Hi everybody, today we're gonna, this is for the 6 to 10 year old BJJ at Wickham's Martial Arts Centre. So today we're gonna cover a side control. First we're gonna do 3 exercises for a start and that you can practice at home on carpet or anything soft. You can even do it outside on the lawn, so make sure it's nice and dry. Then I'm gonna work with my assistant over here, Larry. And go through some side control positions, and then we'll work on an Americana from side control. So that's our class for today. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is work on some drills that you can work on that associated with BJJ. So first one here is we're working on is just a back flip. Now everybody's different. So from here, I can bring my feet to here, but I really want to get my feet to the ground. All right, so I'm going to come up to the tops of my shoulders. My head's going to be looking to the ceiling, and I'm going to flip all the way over, touch the floor, and then come back again. All right, I'm going to use my hands to push off to get us all the way back. So look, sometimes it takes a while to get used to, and even if the parents at home are you joining in at the moment as well, that you don't have to go all the way for a start. All right, starting off just rolling back like this is okay as well. All right, so this is just getting in, moving your body, getting your body moving again, because when you're sitting at home doing nothing, you need to get moving and mobile, get some mobile into your waist and your back and your necks. All right, so back flips, touch the floor and back. Let's do 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Next one we're going to do is similar, but this time we're going to kick to the ceiling. All right, so I want to come back and kicking up and back again. You notice that I keep my elbows in nice and tight as well. And if you want your parents at home, get them to stand above you, like standing right next to you, and put their hands nice and flat. And you're going to reach up and try and touch their hands with your toes. All right? So that could be a little bit of a drill or a bit of a practice for you with a partner. All right? So I like to sit up and kick, and then back. All right, kicking up. And I'm lifting my hips off the ground. All right? This is good for a guard position that you need to elevate your hips up to, if you're getting stacked or learning to control your back and get used to being on the small part of your back as well. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, doing good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, a little bit harder this time. We're going to work on our shrimping or hip escape, okay? So I might use these. These are used for other skills and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is my back is flat on the ground, my feet are up. I'm going to lay to the side and make sure my top leg here, my heel is in line with my back. I keep my toes up to elevate the height. I can keep them flat, but also engaging my foot on the bottom as well. Keep my elbow in. So I'm going to post off. A post means something that you are supported on. All right, so this shoulder here and that foot there. So from here, I'm just going to post off this little one as well. And I'm going to slide my hips away, backwards. All right, then I'm going to bring them back. Then I'm going to do the other side. So again, posting foot, I'm on my shoulder, I slide my hips away, and then come back. All right, so let's do 5 of each side. So keep my legs here, my elbows are in. 1, and I'm elevating my hips up a little bit. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll go the other side. So post off the shoulder here. If my shoulders are flat on the ground, I'm not going to be able to move my hips. I can if I move my legs, but I want to turn here, and this is where your opponent's going to be here. All right, so we want to make sure I move our hips away. They may have hold of our upper body, and the only place we can move is our legs and our hips. All right, to escape. Shoulder, leg, back. All right, so just moving your hips back and forward. 1, 2. It may hurt your shoulder. You'll get stronger. 3, 4, and 5. All right, so that's why we wear these heavy uniforms, so that way you protect your shoulders. All right, so for example, if you want to do left side, right side, turn, 1, back, roll to the other side, foot, 2, and back, 3, 4, 5. So that's our hip escape or shrimping. All right. Next, we're going to work on our side control position. So grab your partner, or if you have made up a training partner, that'd be awesome. So, working on 3 positions for the side control here, or cross mount, some people like to call it. All right. I want to make sure that my chest is nice and low. So the wider my knees are, the lower I'm going to be down. All right. If my knees are closer together, the higher my chest is going to be. So from here, all right, for example, right across the chest, I'm just going to lay down and try and keep down as low as possible. My knees and elbows are nice and wide. All right. So in this case, my knees are nice and wide and keep down nice and low. So we're going to do the first one here. My hands above here. All I'm going to do is dig my toes in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn. I'm going to just grab this arm here, lift it up a little bit, and I'm going to slide my legs through. We'll call it more like a scarf hold position. And I'm going to create a triangle with my feet. 1, 2, and my hip is the corner as well. All right. So 1, 2, 3. If my feet together here, my partner can push us off balance. So that's why we need this other foot back here. You can have it here or laying down like this, but as long as your foot is engaged at the back. All right, like I'm ready to run a race. Now, if I want to go back, I switch back into my side control in the center position. So my chest is center. Come on my toes, I grab hold the arm. Sometimes the arm is in here. So I want to grab hold the arm, up on my toes, and I kick my other leg through. All right, kick my leg through and have my foot up. So we're in a scarf hold position, okay? Easy to remember. Now I'll return back. I switch my leg through, back into side control. Now I'm going to go to the back and I'm going to face the legs this time. So again, on my toes, I turn, I kick through, but this time, my foot here, my right foot is sitting up, my left foot, my knees in the hip, and I'm looking at the legs. Are you looking at the legs right now? Hope so. And then from here, I switch my legs, and I come back into center or side control position. I'll turn around this way. So 3 positions we're working on right now. Fix up my partner. All right. So I have my arms on top, just for balance from here at position. So the next one here, up on my toes, and I look, and I'm working on my triangle. So 1, 2, and 3. I sometimes might have my hand here, and I put my hand against the hip, all right, to create part of the triangle as well. So it's 1, 2, 3 here instead of my hips. But it's okay. Control the knees in this position. All right. So now we're looking, I switch my base and I'm looking at the legs. So the knees are here or the legs are laying down. I switch my legs and back in position. So ready? I'm going to cover these 3 positions. So we're going to go scarf hold, look towards the head. 1, back to center position. All right, again. 2, 3, and back to center. 4, and 5. Don't push too far that you're lifting up too far, all right? Your head's got to stay. Make sure my waist is glued to their body, all right? So make sure it's not too far away. Go back to center position. All right. Let's put our arm on the other side of your partner. So both hands are here on the ground, knees are bent. I dig my toes in and I look towards the legs and I switch my legs. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 5 of those. Ready? And then come back. 1. Control the legs. 2. And back. 3. 4. And 5. Very good. All right. At this point, this knee here, I keep it close to this because we want to hold them tight. If I let them go, they'll wiggle out and get out. So we need to control with pins. I'm holding them nice and tight here and also across my body here, but also my knee is in. It's not there. That's my knee there. I bring my knee up and I control it like this. And I use my other foot to make sure I keep pressure on and keep my balance. I don't want to fall off. If they start grabbing you and moving around, that's where you're going to lose your balance. Awesome stuff. So, 3 levels of this side control or cross mount. So we've got the scarf hold, center position here, and then we're working on the low part, switching your base and looking at the legs. At some stage in your wrestle, you'll get to these positions. Now, let's work on our Americana. So, here, my partner has their arm across here like this. I might have this hand underneath their head and in a side control position. So whenever your partner has his hand across, this is the side that we're going to work on. First step I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this hand here on the opposite side of their head. So I pull it out and I put it here on the ground. Once my elbow's on the ground, I'm going to lift it up and I want you to pretend that you're listening. So I put my hand behind my ear. Next step is this shoulder. I'm going to try and force the arm to the ground. All right? So by doing this, I push down. This hand here sometimes comes across and sits on the other side. So that's what my hand is here. It's like a trap, one of them fly traps. All right, so as I start to push the shoulder down, that other hand comes down, grab hold of the wrist. You notice I've got my 5-finger grip, not a 4-finger grip. I got a 5-finger grip. So if I have the 4-finger, that's what's going to happen. It's going to come out. So I grab hold the wrist. My knuckles are up in the air. I put my other hand on my wrist, creating a 4. All right. So I move around a little bit like this. All right. So my hand is here. Grab, pull in. My other hand grabs on top. Same. I pull down. And then what I do is I lift up my elbow. And that's where the submission was. Make sure, if you're working with your brother or sister or mom or dad, that they tap if they hurt. Alright, so if there's any pain at all, they need to tap. Let's do it from a different angle. Hopefully, so that way you've got different angles to learn from. So, we work out side control. This hand is underneath the head. Partner's got their hand up high. I'm going to bring this off and I come around here. Now, I need to get the arm on the ground. Alright, so instead of my hand reaching and grabbing and trying to push it down, I'm going to use my shoulder and I stretch out. So look, I lay down and I'm using my shoulder to push it down. If the hand comes in front of the face, you catch it with this hand. All right, the fly catcher. All right, or from here, you just grab hold, bend it, make sure it's like a V shape, like a V shape. Slide your hand underneath the wrist. I slide it down to create a V, not so much an L, a V shape. What do we do for the submission now, everybody? Lift the elbow up. All right. So I can keep my hand on my head on my hand. A bit hard there. I can't hear me speak. I lift the elbow up to create the submission. So, in saying what the person on the bottom will be experiencing as well. So here, they push the arm to the ground. Sometimes this hand here, it's on the back, comes around and it pushes their face like they want to push away. But your hand is going to be there next to your ear like this and catch your wrist. All right. So my hand is on the shoulder. They push the elbow to the ground. They catch the wrist. See how there's an L shape right now? You could lift up the elbow, but there won't be any submission at this point. All right. If your partner reaches over and grabs hold of my hand like I'm doing right now, there won't be any submission either. So make sure you lay flat on them so that way they don't sit up or use their other hand. Drag the elbow down and lift the elbow up. See how I'm having trouble keeping, I got terrible shoulders. So lifting up the elbow, you can see that the wrist is off the ground and that would create the submission which I would have to tap. All right. So hopefully you've got that Americana from side control down for today's lesson. All right. So don't just practice it once and twice and think I've got that. All right. I want you to be able to practice at least 2 or 3 times and then again so. All right. So make sure you practice as much as possible. Hope you enjoyed today's class and I'll just sit up, a little bit of a bow. All right. So you can see my head. All right, thanks very much, everybody. And hope to see you soon.